Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Running Through It podcast YouTube page. I am Justin Hoyniker, broadcasting to you live from the closet in my parents' basement here in St. Louis, helping them move for the next 2 weeks. So a couple of my videos might be shot from right here. It's a little bit strange. I don't have my usual equipment, so hopefully this turns out okay. Although my high quality, it usually doesn't turn out high quality anyway, so it's fine. We're rolling like normal. Anyway, the purpose of today's video is to talk about British athletics announcing the idea for two hub cities, so two talent hubs as they're calling it, sponsored by the London Marathon, based in Birmingham and Leeds around the universities there, that are going to be set up to oversee the development of runners, particular runners from 1500 meters on up, over the 16 through 21 age group range. Now, this is super fascinating because although while it's just an idea right now and it hasn't been implemented and we don't know how this is going to work, it's very interesting because this could be potentially something that American distance running can key off of. We talked about it in videos the past couple of weeks about how track and field programs are kind of under the knife as far as like one of the first programs to be cut. You're seeing it now with universities losing revenue and just being in financial trouble to begin with, that are cutting track field programs, cross country programs. Appalachian State cut their indoor track field program yesterday. So you could potentially look at something like this as local investment of a big marathon group. You could even potentially look at like your local track club or your local big race directing group for local investment. So you could even maybe see like the Chicago Marathon, New York Marathon, Boston Marathon, hosting these talent hubs to kind of cultivate this talent from 16 to 21. They could have the same coach for 5 years. You could maybe even have tendrils off of that. You could have talent-based groups kind of throughout the major cities and just throughout the major regions. And I think it could work pretty well. If we were to get away from the collegiate system, partnering with a university so that, maybe it's not a full athletic scholarship, but something can be worked out there. It's interesting. We don't know all of the dynamics yet. They didn't really release all of that in the press release, which I'll link down below in the description. But it's incredibly interesting, this idea that for athletes who maybe aren't going to college or don't want to go to college, it's another way to kind of base it off that club system that maybe us in America can look at it and realize that maybe we don't need the NCAA to develop our best distance runners. I think sometimes it hampers us as a country. I think we often, you could even have this like post like 22 to 25 age range that are kind of with that same coach, same system. And I think you see a lot more long-term development that way when you have the same coach for 5 years, even 8 years, as opposed to now where, you might not even have the same coach all 4 years of high school and college. And then you have to kind of transition in between those in your most formidable years, that is 18 and 19, and then have to transition from that. I think we see it all the time where athletes just can't make that transition, or it just something happens that's lost in translation, or they're undercoached originally and their move to college is what kind of boosts them up. That solves the one problem of NCAA cutting programs potentially. Doesn't solve the problem of what to do after that. We have a lot of sub-elite caliber runners that could turn into elite runners who just aren't continuing in the sport because there just isn't a viable option going forward, or that they're just too burnt out from that high level of collegiate training over time. So we'll see. I'll post down, let me know what you think about it in the comments below. If you like this information, give me a like, subscribe for more videos like this, just talking about all things in the running world. I'll have a podcast up sometime in the next couple days when I get around to actually figuring out how to cut Zoom audio when I have time at my parents' house. It's strange because I don't have my full, I don't know, I think because I'm like in a different place. I'm just not how I'm used to working anyway. Hope you guys are having a great day. Remember to work hard, be nice, happy running. We'll talk very soon.